Want to go to the hottest art show in LA? I'm taking you to Frieze. Also get a behind the scenes look at what I'm creating for my art show 2 weeks from today at the legendary Venice Beach Art Crawl. Let's roll. So, I'll give you a little hint about what I'm working on, but the big reveal is going to be at the show, so you have to come. But when I was working on some of my fashion stuff, I had gone to this paper sourcing company, and I love to recycle stuff and, paint on recycled things. As some of you might know, I lived in Hawaii and I had an indoor and outdoor art studio. I was an artist in residence there. It was like the coolest thing ever. I'll actually need to just do a whole episode talking about that. I hadn't started my YouTube channel yet though, which is a shame, but it was the coolest thing ever. Anyways, I had lived on the property of this fabulous architect, and I got to paint on all of these scraps and things that I would have never thought of, and it really opened up my mind. Because as some of you might have heard, the whole phrase, one man's trash is another man's treasure. So that being said, I saw this, okay, leaning against a wall at a paper company that I was there to get some tags for some of my fashion. Check out my little fashion, my little shirts and everything at mermaidmanor.net. I have like fun, skinny dip, fabulous. Okay, you can go shopping there now. They're really fun gifts too. And one of the shirts says fun. Ha! Okay, so anyways, I saw this leaning up against the wall and it was trash. And I was like, this is so cool. So I went up to the dude who was close by and I was like, what is this? And he was like, oh, this is actually the pattern. This is all like carved in here, like with a laser. This is the pattern they use to make cardboard boxes to ship their stuff in. And I was like, can I have this? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, word. And in my mind, I had just gotten back from Miami and I had gone through like the arts district there. And you can see that on my Instagram and also on my YouTube channel, actually, from when I did the whole Virgin cruise, which was fabulous with my friend Kai. Shout out to Kai. Anyway, I had seen this artist that had done all of these like toy cars in giant things. I'll put a picture in if I can see it. And when I looked at this, I was like, what am I going to do with this? But I wanted to like use the cutouts and the carving because I just think it's so cool. And first I was like, you're kind of robots. But then I thought to myself, you're actually kind of race cars. So to me, go here with me. This looks like, if you just look from here up, this to me looks like a car, okay? Like this would be the base, these would be the wheels, and this would be the wheels behind it. So, what I'm starting today is I'm gonna make this a whole bunch of like Hot Wheels race cars, okay? And I'll tell you the theme of my art show when I'm ready. But let's just say it has to do with forward movement, okay? And that's all I'm gonna give you today. Update, okay. So, here's my race cars. They're really coming together. Let me tell you something. These are very time consuming. So there's gonna be 16 altogether, and it is no joke. And then I'm conceptualizing like an abstract racetrack going on in there. But let's have a little update of what's going on today. So what's amazing is that it feels like summer, and you live in LA when your house has an audition, okay? So today, people are coming to look at the house. I have been literally like cleaning up the house and making sure everything looks fabulous. Those cushions are in from the rain. They're too heavy for me, but you get the idea. And anyways, some people are going to be looking at the house to rent out for film, movies and TV shows and commercials and modeling photo shoots. And so I was adulting in my little professional outfit. This dress is Farm Rio, by the way. Is that not fabulous? These are yesterday's wavy curls. Thank you, day after. And there is the magical ocean and the pool, which we love a dove. So basically, these people are gonna come here and then they're gonna take like all these pictures And then they're going to evaluate what kind of, films or movies would be right for the house. So this is a little break from my art to adult. Look how beautiful everything looks. I cleaned it myself. I'm just kidding, I had help, but I touched it up by myself today. And we are rolling solo because my boyfriend is down at the boat. And then I'm really excited because it's LA Art Week, and I'm gonna take you guys with me tomorrow down to Santa Monica Airport, and also might go to a concert. It's really, really cool. There's shows that are really famous all over LA and in Hollywood at the Roosevelt Hotel. They have all these artists around the bungalows. I might get down there this weekend, I'm not sure. And also, there's a really cool concert tomorrow night. So there's just a lot of art and positive energy that's really good for inspiration, which is going to be inspiring for my show, Inspiring Me, on March 19th, 2026 in Venice Beach. Be there or be square, yo. So, I don't know if I can film the whole walkthrough of what goes on, but basically, your house auditions like an actress or a model, and people will look at pictures, and then they'll decide if it's right for a movie or a TV show or a photo shoot. And we've already had a really cool photo shoot here, and one is pending, and now we might be looking into doing TV or film, which is really cool. And it's all art and creativity and being resourceful, and it's fun to meet all of these different creatives in so many different aspects. And I was a producer, a film and television producer for a long time, and I still dabble in that, as you guys know, some of you guys know. And so this house is really beautiful lighting and very positive energy. So it's a great place to shoot. So I'll get back to you and tell you what they think. And then I'm going to go into the studio and get back to work. First, I'm probably going to go swimming, mermaiding, bing, bing. Good morning. So today, look at this beautiful day. Fabulous. So today I'm excited because we are going to the art show at the Santa Monica Airport for LA Art Week Art Frieze, which is the once a year really cool art exhibit. So I'm going to get some inspiration and magic, and then we're going to go to the boat afterwards. And so a little follow-up on yesterday. The people came when the house auditioned for the movie. And they loved it. Now we're at Frieze.
Code's ready to scan at the top.
So I'm at Frieze, the Santa Monica Airport, and this is one of my favorite pieces so far. So cool. It's called the Ocean Surface Flare. Fun is that? Totally fabulous. Yes. How cool is this? Mirrored canvas on 2 parts, installed in a corner. I love little secret things. Look at this little room. I love this little room. This little secret room. Oh, I love this. Little secret room. It's just an idea factory in here. Like I said, getting inspiration, serving inspiration, and motivating. Very interesting. I think it's always good just to see a wide variety of what artists do, get inspired by different colors and different textures, and I always wonder what I'm going to come up with after I see art like this and, explore, kind of different avenues that I wouldn't have thought of before. I've also been curious about dabbling into sculpture one day, and look at this. And my personal favorite is this. Pretty. This is so fun, this cool sign. I also love art that looks so good that you want to touch it, even though I know I can't. But this is like little pieces of clay, like all put together in all these squares. How cool is this? This is really interesting. This painting on black velvet, it almost makes it look like it's glowing because the way that the metallic color picks up on it. Maybe I'll paint something on velvet. Also, just an interesting idea is like just cut a hole in it. Interesting. This is probably one of my favorite pieces here because in the heart of recycling, these are aluminum filters from air conditioners that have been just painted over. Everyone's gawking at this. It looks so cool in person because it's all different colors and the light hits it beautiful ways and different textures. But like how I'm making my race cars, this is just so cool to think about, you know, how to recycle and reuse. There's an airplane above us because we're at an airport, but how to recycle and reuse products that you see every day. It's just so creative. This is awesome. Yes. These are like 100 little mirrors looking back at you. So cool. In love with that. And also all of these clouds. So it's like this car in this room was made for my outfit. I mean, can we talk about how fun this is? Seriously. Okay, so I just left Frieze, Santa Monica Airport, and I got a lot of ideas. And actually, just having that conversation and learning about repurposing art from that really cool guy with the air conditioner art, that wasn't the artist, that's the guy selling the art. I came up with a new and evolved idea talking to my boyfriend about how to make a frame for my race car piece that I never would have thought of. So I'm super excited, and it's just great to get the energy of all those artists and the magic. And like, if I needed a car, like, would this be my car? Isn't it cool? And look at this big, fabulous pink sign. Bye bye Frieze, LA Art Week 2026. Fabulous. So I have started painting the race cars on the recycled piece of wood that I got, that I showed you guys in the last episode. This is a piece of wood that has laser cutouts on it that is used to make paper boxes that you ship things in. So as I said before, I'm just creating the first layer of what will be a whole bunch of little race cars that I think will be really, really fun and really, really cool and very like Hot Wheelsy. So, can't show you it all, but let's see the progress. So all of these are just like little bodies are going to be two-toned little race cars, and it's going to take a lot of time. But it's going to be, I really think, quite fabulous when it's done. So now I'm going in with hot pink. And this is inspired by this really cool artist that I saw in Miami, who had all of these playful, like, gigantic sculptures of like Hot Wheels, like big, like the size of this, all going down in like a plastic bag, like what you would get at the toy store when you're a kid. And I just thought it was like the coolest thing I had ever seen. And I always thought about it. And I'm gonna reach out to that artist and tell him that he inspired all of this. And then on top of it, like, my boyfriend has a huge history in racing in the Indy 500. He won the Indy 500. So as an homage to my man, I'm going to do one of these cars in the color scheme of the race car that he won the Indy 500 in. And I'll tell you that when I'm done. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Stay tuned for more art. And remember, look like a mermaid, write like a pirate.